So as you see, I'm taking these little boxes these are from Michael's, but I think Dollar Tree has things like this. So if yours doesn't have this exact box, you might check Michael's. These were like $1, and I am taking the hardware off. And I could have done this before, but I kind of like to show y'all the whole process because it is so easy. Sometimes you think, oh, I don't want to mess with that. But look, you're just unscrewing. I was going to try to rip it out, but then I thought, well, I should keep these. I mean, I hate to just waste something, and I can use that on something else or whatever. But also I didn't want to tear up the wood, so it's easy to get that off. Oh, yeah, we're honored to help her. She is the type of sweet person that would help any of us. And, we're all more than happy to do whatever we can. I just hope, that people will continue to show up for those that are stepping in. Because I know we can't fill her shoes. She is a fantastic creator. And I typically do art. So when I come on here, I kind of like to do something that I think y'all will like. So this is going to be a craft, and it'll be easy and inexpensive. And that's what I like. I want people to actually try what I teach. So by keeping it kind of easy and inexpensive, that includes more people, I think. So this is it's just not as coming out as quick as I thought it would. Oh, yes, leave her messages. She's going to read the comments when she can, so I appreciate that. She appreciates that. Gives her something to do when she's laying in bed. Can't sleep, but, she can read the comments and that kind of thing. So I am going to take this little gator tool and just kind of sand that a little bit. It doesn't have to be very good because I am going to cover that with some scrapbook paper, but I don't want any rough place there, so I'm just gonna, and then we'll just yank this up. It's in here by a little nail or brad or something, see, like a staple, so we'll grab that too. You guys know what I'm making? I've got some of my scrap supplies here, or craft supplies visible. Yes, thank you. I love that y'all are leaving her messages. Judy and Brenda are in California. I'm in Texas. So if you haven't seen me before, welcome. I live in South Fort Worth, Texas, and happy to be here supporting my friend. Cheryl's in Tennessee, which is where my brother lives. And I always think, when we can make it to Tennessee to see him, I'm going to see if she can meet, because I love Mike and Cheryl. They're really awesome people. You guys know that. Okay, so now we're ready. We got the boxes plain. So what I'm going to do is put these together and make like a more substantial base. So that's what the plan is. Yes, thank you, Sonia. I love that y'all are leaving her messages. She really will read those and reply if she's able. So let's see. I think I will use hot glue today. I'm trying to think if that's going to be enough or if I should put a little wood glue with it. Let's see here. I might just grab this stick fast and use a little of that with my hot glue. Can't hurt, right? How's everybody doing today? Has your week gone fast with the Monday holiday? It's already Wednesday. And sometimes the holiday almost makes it seem, the week just feels so weird, you just can't even, you're like, wait, what day is today? Kind of makes you off, but hopefully y'all are having a good week. Now, like I said, if this is a little messy or whatever, it's okay because we're going to cover it with scrapbook paper. But take this idea and run with it. So if you have, maybe you have a block of wood or something else you can use, that'll work great. I just wanted it to be a little, you know, more substantial, sit there like that. So this was my inspiration piece. When I saw this paper, we've been trading ATC cards over on my page. So let me just grab these to show you what I'm talking about if you haven't seen all the ATC cards coming through. So they're usually with playing cards or something like that, but they're 2.5 by 3.5 pieces of art that you share and swap. And somebody handmade an envelope with this paper. So I took apart the envelope and first of all used it as a template, but then I'm going to use this as my base on one of these sides. I just thought that was so pretty. So we can get that down with some Mod Podge. You can use, you know, any kind of glue to put it down. I have a new glue, new to me. Let me see if it's right handy. See if y'all have ever seen this. It works fantastic. Nuvo, N-U-V-O, Deluxe Adhesive. I just got it on Amazon, but I did some research and you know, plugged in a bunch of things and found that. And so I decided I would try it. And I love it. So let me know if y'all have ever seen that. Hi, Recycled Charm. How are you today? Hi, Dawn. Thank you for sprinkling. You guys are awesome. You know, remember that this is for Cheryl. So anything you do, whether it's stars or sprinkling, is going to help her and help her page, you know, not just stay afloat, but we want it to stay visible. You know, we want her to do well. And that relieves so much stress. Let me tell you, I know that she came back probably a little too soon. And part of it is, you know, of course she loves you guys and wants to be here, but part of it is the pressure you feel as a creator. You know, you can't let all your hard work just go backwards. So by you being here and sprinkling, that is, you know, just so helpful for her. And we appreciate it. So just going to get these sides on. And I'm kind of deciding, I'm going to do everything a little different. So you can turn it whichever way you want to. And you could take this idea and do, I know, Cena, me too. They're awesome people. So you can take this idea and do Halloween on one side, fall on the other, or fall on one side, Christmas on the other. You know, you can, or make it just like a regular, I'm going to do a hymn on one side. And so I think that will be pretty. Or you can paint it. You know, you don't even have to do the decoupage. You can just paint. But I like to challenge myself when I'm helping like a crafting friend. I'd rather do something that her audience is more probably going to do or familiar with. So I figured this would be something good. I kind of want the whole thing as much as possible on here. And, oh, yes, Brenda, I bought it specifically for these ATCs. It has a great nozzle. Okay, let me tell y'all while I'm on this glue kick. I bought this little bottle with the small tip, and I have to press so hard that I'm getting, like my thumb's getting sore to get the glue out. And I was like, this is crazy. And I know they're not all, but see, I can't even get it out. So that's what made me order this. It's got a perfect nozzle. You know, it's small, but let's just put a little bit out so y'all can see. Let me put it on this so you can see. So I can kind of do this, or what I've been doing is kind of just dotting it, and it works fantastic. It dries quick and it works. So anyway, I've loved this. I tried to pin her Amazon link, but I don't see it, so I don't think it worked. But she does have an Amazon store. So, and when I say store, it's basically, you know, if you go on there, you can order through her page. She gets credit, and that will help her. She'll get, you know, Amazon will send her a gift card or something to use on more craft supplies. So do that, guys. When you need to buy something on Amazon, just take that extra second to come to her page and go through her Amazon store link. And you can do that for anything. It doesn't have to be craft supplies. So let's say that you need to order, you know, I don't know, boxes or a lunch box. You can still come to her page, grab her, go through her Amazon link and she gets credit. So I thought that was another thing we can do to help them get a little extra coming in. So I forgot to look for my nail file that's missing. I don't know what I've done with it. I must have dropped it, but I'm going to use this metal one and just kind of see if I can do the same thing with this. I'm sorry, y'all are going to have to mute if that sound bothers you, which I'm sure it does. See if I can just kind of carefully. Extra glue. I used Mod Podge, so it's kind of coming through on the sides here. Now this part I'm not too worried about being neat because it's the bottom, but you can definitely take your time and do it better. I didn't know that. I thought the items had to be. No, you can use her link. So, you know, or mine or anybody, you know, you can find where they have, you know, they've given their link and you click on it and go shopping for whatever you need. And it does give her credit. So it doesn't have to be something that she has pinned. So that's a cool way to support your people that you care about. You know, the commission is very small, like 3% if we're lucky. However, you know, the more that do that, the more it helps. And so some of our big creators, they're getting really good checks. And so, you know, if you kind of get in that habit, that will help the ones that you want to support. I know on my page, Christy tries to do that for me, and I'm so grateful because it does all add up. There, that's much better. Let's use the gator. I tell y'all, I'm a painter, not a crafter as much. I do craft, but just not on the regular. It's definitely the exception more than the rule. Yeah, it does, Brenda. That's right. Every bit helps. Save your pennies, right? Thank you, Cynthia. How are you and Jerry today? Thank you all for sprinkling. I know that's super helpful. I love using hems, and if this turns out cute, my plan is to send it to her. I sent her the last thing I did here on her page, and you know, if this one turns out decent, we'll send it to her. I don't want to send her anything that's not neat and nice, though. Hi, Emma. How are you today? Hi, Minnie. Hey, Rennie. Glad y'all are here. Thank you so much for supporting. I say both of us. You know, you're here. I'm here, and you're watching, and this is going to benefit Cheryl. So thank you from both of us. We appreciate you. Okay, let's do our sides. Like to get this scraping part over with. Hi, Colette. How are you today? Oh, goodness. Okay. So we've just got our sides to do, and I'm just kind of looking to see what I want to do. I've got book pages I thought about using. Let me just see how that would look with our hem and everything. I think I'm going to do hem on all of that part. So this way we'll have something on the back if somebody wanted to turn it around. But hem, I think, is probably my best bet. Hold, please. I'll grab this book. There's so many, when you see these hems, there's so many that just bring back great memories. And I know this past Sunday at our church, we did what we called a hem Sunday because, you know, we're a more traditional, not contemporary, but, you know, we do have a band and an excellent music leader and everything. So we don't typically do hymns very much. And so it was so great to hear all the hymns again. So let's see. Yeah, I like that. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to put this down where I want it and kind of do a rough cut. Thank you, Minnie. Oh gosh, I know she appreciates it so much. So I'm going to fold that over and I can cut both of these at once. Now you guys are probably professional decoupagers and you're like, oh, this lady's awful. But you can do it how you can do it better. I'm just doing it the Deb way, I guess, as Dina says, the Dina way. Now, don't worry about this. This is the top, and it doesn't matter. This will be the top of our pumpkin is what we're making. So, it's okay if it's a little wonky. We're going to cover it up with our, I've got florals, I've got ribbon, sari silk, and we will cover that up. Now, if you had like a really large piece of scrapbook paper, you could kind of cover, you could, wrap it all around, but I knew I'd be piecing this together. So let's have this one be pretty even. Y'all with me? You do you. That's right. That's right. I'm just here to give you guys the idea, and you can make it just 10 times better. And I love that. I have a free group that I encourage them to share what they're making. And so sometimes people will watch something I do, and then they'll post theirs in that group. And I'm like, why didn't I think of that? That is so cute. You guys have great ideas. And as we're creating, your wheels are turning. So we love to see what you do with it. It's a huge compliment to see y'all create something, and we're glad you're better. We're glad if you come up with something even better. Hi, Vonda. Oh, well, I'm so glad. I have a few hymn books because my husband's a pastor, so a couple of the churches that we've been at this one for, 14 years maybe, but have done away with using hymnals, and so we have, gotten to keep a couple from 2 different churches. So I have some that I use. I need to share because I have more than I will ever use, I know. Oh, see, this is me where I forget that I'm supposed to scrape it off because I always just do things the fast way instead of... I kind of like having some worn edges too, so we'll see how this looks. Hi, Cindy Glover. How are you? I haven't seen you in a minute. So grateful y'all are here for Cheryl. Thank you, thank you. Always hope that y'all will be, and you never disappoint. And Mike. We're here for Cheryl and Mike. Yes, I agree. And that's the thing. I'm pretty big about that. Like, use those things that you have that are special. So if your mother or your grandmother had a favorite hymn, put it on something like this and then put it on your table. Because, sitting in a closet, you're not enjoying it. And then when we pass away, our kids may just get rid of it. But if you use it and put it out and you tell them, this is really important to me because my mom loved this hymn, then maybe they'll keep it, So use it in a way that helps you remember them and kind of honors them. And it's so much better than just sitting in a closet. Thank you, Kat. I do too, Doris. I really do. I hope she went to the doctor today, so I hope that she will turn the corner now and really start feeling better. Sometimes I think until they see us, they don't realize we need more help than we are getting. And I know she's tough, so Do y'all not love? I love this song. I can just picture my mom singing it when I was a kid. This was one we sang a lot in our church. I'll be sure and get some of that on here. So kind of like that. And just by cutting it down, it makes it easier for me to manage. So I'm just kind of, I'll still scrape, but yeah, isn't it a good one, Cynthia? And so true. He's not gonna force us, but he definitely calls us and nudges us. Let me just see if I want, ooh, I kind of like that. Having that up there too. Now this is the top. This isn't going to really show, but we know it's there. Oh, I love that, Cynthia. Thank you, Nancy. I love that he does that. And music is so important. So I definitely encourage you, for those of you who have a loved one with dementia, Alzheimer's, anything like that, put on music from their day. You know, not just any music, put it on from their day, whatever they listen to. That would make my mom and all the others that were like her in the memory care facility, would make her light up. And let me tell you, when they came and sang hymns with us, or with them, they would all sing along, even though they weren't really singing. They were just mouthing the words, really. But that was the craziest thing to me, is people who never spoke or who really couldn't speak, they could only kind of, you know, mumble, would be mouthing the words to hymns. And so you knew they grew up with them. They were in that core memory of the part of the brain that they had not really lost yet. So that's why I say it's not just any music. It needs to be that old music that they have tucked away. So read Bible verses read the Bible to them and sing to them, or put that music on, and it can really, really help. Helps with anxiety too. Okay. Now that was probably a long time, so thank y'all for sticking with me. I am going to do a little bit of Mod Podging over my edges. Hi, Pam. Thanks for being here for Miss Cheryl today. Appreciate it very much. It is so nice, and I don't know if, you know, if she probably, I told her not to pop on. I said, you just rest. If you're home, you sleep. But, you know, to pop on and see that people are there for you, oh, so nice. Makes her feel good. And we have over 100. We need to do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway of some hymn pages. How about that? Let y'all use some of these great hymns. Bear with me a second. I'll get to it. Y'all just comment, and I will go through and choose, you know, some comments. We'll do a couple. If we can get to 125, we'll do it again. How about that? Okay, so I'm going to hit this with a heat gun to speed up the drying process. On this, but I wanted to kind of seal the edges. Thank you for sprinkling. That's what I thought, Brenda. Have this hymnal sitting right here. We need to spread it out. What a blessing to make a craft for somebody with it and then give it to them, because it brings back good memories for most of us. You know, if you grew up in church or go into your grandmother's church, I think that we all can relate to hearing those sweet songs. Thank you guys for sprinkling. Thanks, Barbara. Yes, definitely want to keep her in prayer. Thank you, Virginia. Inga, good to see you. I'm trying not to get it too hot. Just trying to kind of hit it some. Now you can totally, I think I saw somebody ask about stain. You can totally tea stain this before you put it on, but I'm going to use my ink to kind of dirty it up is what I call it, you know. Oh, really, Marilyn? Awesome. I'll go through here in just a second and choose some of you. So now you cannot tell that it's a couple of Dollar Tree, or not Dollar Tree, but Michael's $1 boxes. Thank you guys for sprinkling. Hey Lisa, how was your craft show? I don't think you saw me ask in the group the other day. Okay, I think that's good enough to keep going. Let me grab something to write on. While y'all are commenting, I'm going to grab something to write on. Okay, I'm going to go with my finger all the way up and all the way back a couple of times and then just land on somebody. We'll do this a couple of times. Inga MacArthur. We'll do that a couple of times. Vonda Brossard. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Now, I have Inga's address, but Vonda, if you will send me a message, it'll need to be to Art and Grace or to me, Deb Brown, either one. Then I can get your mailing address. Let's do another one real quick. And if we can get to 125, we'll do it again. So maybe all this sprinkling. If y'all have groups you can sprinkle to that allow it, now you have to be sure they allow it. And Janice Williams, also, will you send me your address? We'll do more, guys, so we'll do some more. I am going to use a piece of this doily. So I just kind of tear about how much I want. And I'm going to put that on. Let's see if I want. Scissors. I'll cut off these little pieces. It's just one of those little cheap paper doilies, but when you get it on here and stain it a little, it looks pretty. So we'll put that. I think I'm going to go up. Oops. Careful, Deb. Just like so. Let that dry while we work on other parts of this. And let's see what else we have. I have this leather paper that I'm loving using. It came from Temu. And I wish I could explain it to you guys. In fact, I will put some of this with the hem pages because you got to try it if you haven't. It is, I would compare it sort of to like a dryer sheet. You know, that texture of, it's a little textured and a little thicker than just tissue paper or something. I don't know. It's hard to, hi Ian. Janice, you can just, up in the description of this video is my page, which is Art and Grace, and you can just click on that and then send me a message. Yes, thank you, Sydney. Thanks for helping me. Thank you, Vonda, for sprinkling. Carol, it is hot. It's going to be 103 today. So it's already... Oh, Inga, you've been playing these hymns for 60 years. That's awesome. Oh, good, Cat. Cat's going to make one. Okay. Anyway, this is kind of fun to use for texture. And a lot of times I just bunch it up, put it down, and then Mod Podge it down. So I've been doing that on my ATCs. I wonder if I have, I just saw one that I need to finish. I don't know where I put it, but it's got this stuff on it. So I'm going to kind of play around with the look of it and see how I want it. It's kind of cool just for the fun of it, you know, just for the texture of it. I think I'm going to do it like this so it kind of comes right there with that doily. So y'all will get to see exactly how I do this with this paper. I kind of put a lot of Mod Podge there. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's generous. And then I just kind of bunch it up and lay it down. And then just kind of pat it down. But that way it's very textured and kind of thick. And it just makes it more interesting, in my opinion. And then a little Mod Podge on top. I don't put near as much on top because, you know, we do have a lot that's holding it down. And then once that dries, I'll scrape it off the sides. And then, if you notice how I put it on so that I can use the rest somewhere else. Maybe some on the side, kind of like that. Just giving it a little interest. And I'm making like a decoupage pumpkin. So it will be a pumpkin in the end, but we're just kind of decorating it and adding some things to it, making it like a mixed media piece. So lots of texture. We will use some ink here in a minute. Thank you, Kat. On the coast of Oregon. So what is the temperature? We're just really probably not going to get a fall, and we're very upset about it here in Texas. We are so over the heat. We are all questioning why we live here. You know, I was born and raised here, so it's all I know, but I'm about ready to say goodbye, Texas. It's just no fun. You can't even go outside. You can't enjoy going anywhere. So if we wanted to add some book pages, we could. I pulled this just to show you guys. If you have any of these pieces of wallpaper, I guess that's what it is. Yeah, wallpaper that come from Dollar Tree. You could use that and cover the whole block. But this was just 2 wood blocks that I put together. They're hollow. They're like I don't even know what to call. This is what they're like. So I got these at Michael's, but I think Dollar Tree has them as well. Book pages are good. Any kind of scrapbook paper is always good to add. I pulled a little bit. If we wanted to use it, I don't know. I kind of almost like it like this and then have a big bow and some Totally Dazzled. And then I pulled this because rub-ons are always nice. Because at the time I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. And I even considered doing Halloween. So that's what gave me the idea to tell y'all you can turn it over and do Christmas or Halloween on the back and then something really year-round on the front if you want to. But like if I had joy, that would be a good word to do. Or if I had him, but I don't think I do. It looks like I've used HY. See, I don't really have all the letters. And those are probably, there's a J. Could probably use that. I don't have a Y. No J-O-Y, but that's a tiny Y. So I probably won't use one of these, but you could. And on the if I was going to do Halloween, I could do like the 31. That would be cute to have the 31. Do I have Hope? H. I could do that. O-P-E. Let's just cut that out and see. And I wish I could find, there's my little scissors. Let's see how that would look. If you have not used these rub-ons, be careful to keep it together with the backing, because if your fingers touch the ink, it'll come off. These are just from Dollar Tree. So let's use this number, or the number O, or number 0 as our O. Hope is actually a great one for Cheryl. Thank goodness that hers was benign, but she's been through the ringer for sure. There is hope on the other side of this. She will be able to be a sweet encourager to a lot of ladies, I know. What do y'all think of that, even though the E is really big? And does anybody see a different word that I'm not seeing? I don't have a Y. No, I do have a Y, but that's also a small one. But you could spell out a lot of things. Journey, you know, whatever is appropriate for what you're doing. So see how the Y is so little? I don't know that I like that. What are y'all saying? Do you like hope? Love. There's an L. Good eyes. And I like that they, in the little blank spaces, they give you like a star or different things to kind of use. So don't overlook the Dollar Tree. L-O-V-E. Y'all are going to have to vote on which word you think looks the best. Can you paint the letters? I could. Should I paint them? We could totally paint them. You like love and hope. Love and hope. Okay, y'all vote. I see somebody said hope and somebody said love and hope. So vote on one. Now, for the stem of this pumpkin, we're going to go on and work on the stem while y'all are voting. I see a couple for hope now. Okay, we'll do hope. For the stem, you can totally use what do you call it? Like a stick from your yard or something like that. I don't have any trees that will give me a stick like that, so I've got cardboard. And I was going to just roll it up. Let's just try and see if this will roll up and kind of look stem-like. And we can wrap it with something. Okay, y'all, I'm liking hope. I do too. So that can be a stem. I have lots of embellishments to put on, and I will want y'all's opinions on them, so hang tight. Well, let's get back up to 90, and we'll do another giveaway for some hymns. Hope is in the song. That's right. Oh, perfect. Yes. Yes. That's smart, Chris. I didn't even think about that. A spool would be great. Yeah, a spool would be cute. Y'all know all kinds of things you can use. Yes. And I should have cut that shorter before I glued it. Hopefully that will let me. I could get out my big cutters, but I think this will work. Extra stems. Oh, that's cool. That's a great idea. Yeah. So then we'll just kind of do that. And the reason I'm leaving it a little long is I have a lot of stuff to put up here, and I think it's going to need it. I think it's going to need a little bit of a longer stem. But do we need to wrap it? That's my question. So we could wrap it like this. Oh, that's kind of cute. Cut it a little shorter and wrap it. I like that. What do y'all think? I think that might be a winner. let's do. So, I like that too. It's warm here and muggy. I know, isn't that pretty with the lace? I'm sure, I started to say I'm sure it came from Dollar Tree, but it's been a while. I just keep my scraps. As you can see, that's probably all I have left of it. Just watch your fingers. If we really wanted to get fancy, we could put a little, oh, you know what else I had? I forgot that I pulled these out. I totally forgot that I pulled these out to possibly use. Your pearl white paint, yes. True. So you can drill a hole in here and then use this, or take this screw out, and that would still be really cute. Oh, I don't know. I kind of like that. I think that's cuter. So pumpkin stem like this in a pinch, but don't y'all think that's cuter? What do y'all think? We could even shove that down in there, but let's see what y'all think. And I have a white one, but I was thinking the contrast might be good. I'm going to kind of do some things. I'm going to ink the edges and things. Okay, look, y'all. I kind of like the white too. Lisa says knob. Oh, that's not coming out. Let me see if I have some pliers. Oh, you like the stem, Ann? Okay, so let's see what y'all vote. So we've got the white. It's kind of hard to tell. White. We have the rusty. This is just, I painted it with some, paint. Or just the burlap. And we are going to have a bow and some flowers up here. I know, you can go either way. You can use any of it. Any of it will be fine. So that's why I kind of am like, use what you have. You don't always have to go buy. You can just kind of look around and see what you have that'll work. And I had pulled a few things. The white is elegant, yeah. The rusty's cute because of the brown paper. It kind of brings the brown out. I am using some brown in our bow. So here's what I pulled to put, around or up here. So I think that's awful short though. You see the dilemma, ladies? But we can always put our bow somewhere else, or the rusty changes it up. Are we seeing more rusty? Sydney, you kind of do the vote count for me. Tell me what you're seeing. It's hard for me to look as I work. Okay. Now, here's where I want to, what did I do with my ink? I think I covered it up because I don't see it. Where are you? Where are you? Do you ever do that? Do you ever have something in your hand and then you're like, where did I put it? So now I don't see it. I really don't see it. I'm going to grab a different one because I am not seeing it. I'm very organized, so I don't know what I've done with it. It's just probably sitting right here somewhere. But see, these aren't the colors that I wanted. Let me do another double take real quick. I don't know what I did with it. It's weird. The rusty knob. Oh, I'm sure the minute I turn off the live, I'm going to lift something up and it will be right there. And I'm going to be so mad because now I'm forced to use a color that I really, oh, that's not bad. Okay, maybe it's a happy accident. Oh, I like that. That's actually, see, happy accident. That's pretty. That's perfect. So I'm just kind of getting the edges inked up, and I do like that. That's going to look good with that rusty knob if that's the one we chose. Any stone? I pulled my Totally Dazzled. I'm a Totally Dazzled affiliate, and I don't know if Cheryl is or not. Check her first though. So if you go to her main page, she will have a link tree, and see if she is a Totally Dazzled. And if you order some, go through her. Let's do all that we can to help them, have some income coming in and have some little ways to make some extra. So I'm going to use one of these little sponges and just ink this up. And then I'll usually kind of daub it on something to get a lot of it off. So let me grab a paper towel. And did we get to 100? We're close. Get us to 100, guys. We can do it. Maybe some hearts will help. I know, right, Chris? This is definitely a happy accident. And then I just kind of go over it. Just kind of, once that Mod Podge is dry, I'm just going to kind of slightly go over it. I don't want to go crazy with it. So I'm kind of going slow. I think slow is better. You can always add, but it's definitely hard to take away. We'll just kind of antique it, and we're definitely going to go over that doily. But you can do this first. I really didn't know exactly where I was going to go with this. I just pulled all those things and knew what I was going to do. So we'll get those edges really good. Have a good day, Vonda. Come back and see the picture later. Y'all like it? Thank you. Hi, Rose. I will Mod Podge the very bottom when I'm done, but I left one so that I could stand it up and not get it sticky. You know, it's just personal preference how much you want to put. Totally up to you. Or if you even want to use it, you can just leave it light if you want to. Okay. Let's put our word on. So I guess it's good we didn't find the other ink. I'm going to lay these out, kind of see where I want them. Wish that E was smaller. Do we think that looks okay even with the big E? Y'all let me know. 99, awesome. I show 95. We can do it, y'all. We can do it. If you have a group that allows sharing of lives, be sure that they allow it. Some do, some don't. Do you have any jewelry? I do. I'm going to use this bling I've pulled. We're going to use some of this. You like the hope? Okay. Oops, sorry, guys. That camera. Wonky. Ooh, Nancy says no. Let's see what y'all think. See, we have lots to choose from. Thank you, guys. We can do it. Lots to choose from. I pulled out this antique bronze. Antique bronze is my favorite. So that's what I pulled. I think most people said yes. We're going to put it. It'll be, oh, I can't now. Look, I tore it. Or it, you know, it just, that's the thing with Dollar Tree is sometimes they don't. I can paint it. Let's just keep going though and do a bow and we'll kind of see what we think. Oh, and let's put the Rusty. Let's put Rusty up here. I'm going to use hot glue with a little stick fast. Hopefully that will be enough to hold it. And it's okay if it kind of runs around it because we're going to have a bow and stuff up here. I'll hold this for a second. Does it look okay, Monica? Oh, Vicki, my pleasure. I love Cheryl. She is just such a great lady, and Mike too. And we are all happy to help her however we can. And, you know, I want her to be able to relax. That's the thing, is that as a business owner, it's hard to relax and leave other people to do your page. So by y'all being here and kind of sharing it out, that is going to give her that, okay, it's all going to be okay. They're still supporting, you know. So thank y'all for doing that. Okay. So let's do a bow real quick. I pulled all kind of things out. I'm going to put it on this paper towel because my desk is a little dusty. I have a Bodabra, but I could not tell you where it is. So we're just going to do the Deb method of layering like this. And I do usually use a piece to tie it. So let me grab. I think I'm going to use this though. I pulled this out to use. Yes. Oh, thank you. That will go to Cheryl. And I know she's so grateful for stars. Stars and anything you guys can do is super helpful. If you're a creator who's watching, then you know how helpful all that stuff is, and she'll be very grateful. I'm going to use some rust, just all the fall colors. This is Sari Silk if you happen to have not used it before. It's really awesome. I think it's very, well, it's colorful and pretty, but I like using things that would have been thrown away. So, you know, this is remnants of a sari dress. And so I like using it. You do furniture, Kat? Patricia, I'm happy to. I even had some burgundy. Might just put a little because I do like burgundy and, you know, berry colors with my fall stuff. So maybe just one swipe of that. Actually cut. You like the colors? And then this is actually just fabric. I'm going to just throw that in there. And I have some green that I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the green. I'm going to do something different. Look at this one. Isn't this pretty? So see how it's got the little embroidered piece? We're going to put that in there for fun. This may be too much. You know, I don't want to get it like crazy. Let's just see what it does. And I don't pull it too tight. I kind of look and see if I want to adjust anything first. But I think I got it pretty good in the middle, and I think that's going to be fine. So I can pull it tight. And if you want to be able to take this off, so let's say that we did, you know, Christmas or Halloween on the other side, and you want to be able to take your bow off and turn it around, then that's fine. You can just tie the bow onto your stem. So we have a choice. We can put it like this right in the middle. So y'all see that? Or we could kind of put it off to the side. I think I like it in the middle. I think the middle, don't y'all? Hi, Christy. Thank you for the stars. That's for Miss Cheryl, and she definitely appreciates it. Hi, Mary Tao. How are you today? Glad y'all are here. I'm just going to tie this around the back, and then I'll put a piece of sari silk around it so you don't see this part. Yeah, I agree, Kat. I kind of just went ahead because I didn't like it to the side. And then whichever piece you want to grab to kind of wrap around the middle. I think I'm going to use this one. Oh, this is going to be cute, guys. Hold, please. I'm going to wrap and bring it all the way around like that, so that it definitely covers that little string. And then those I can just kind of pull back to the front. And then just play with it and get those how you want it. And then we want to put our Totally Dazzled on here. So I know it's a little hard to tell. I'll take a picture of this so you can see it on a shelf, how it would be used. I'm going to bring this off to the side so that you can kind of see the words. You like it? Now the bling, I think, you guys help me. Just take a few things and look. So you can put something here. See that? You could put something up here in the corner. So you guys let me know what you think. Oh, Cynthia. Y'all, we need 5 more watchers to do some more hem giveaways. We can do it. Y'all let me know which one's sticking out to you. And where, you know, do you like it at the bottom or at the top up here? Cat, top or bottom corner? That might be a little small. But you see we have choices. This is awful pretty. On the bottom corner. Bottom. Thank you, Cynthia. Let's see. Cut this off. I just cut off. This one has the little loop. So just cut it and put your finger over it so that she doesn't fly off and hit you in the eye. There's a little flower. Okay. Pearl on top of the knob. Let's just take a look. Take a look. There's the pearl on top of the knob. We can look at the smaller one too. That's not bad. What do y'all think? That one with the pearls, top left-hand corner. You guys, I don't know. You like the bottom? Corn. I don't think you mean corn. Cat, this one? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Y'all are going to tell me smaller pearl on top. Oh, we've still got flowers. I don't think I can use my flowers. I think they're going to be too big, too much. I do have a leaf. So, you know, we can tuck a leaf in here. Again, you can literally just tuck it in and not even use glue if you want to be able to reuse this a different way. See the options? They're just, you know, and this is just going through the stash that I already have here. Just going through what I have to see what might work. No leaf with pearls. Okay, so here's the thing. We're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can add 6, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Y'all let me know which one or ones you like. Thank you, guys. Minnie says 2, which is that one. Cat says 1. Carol says 6, 2. She says 4. Oh, dear, you guys. 5. I gave y'all too many choices. 5 on the knob. I did like that on the knob. 2. 2. Now, when you're saying 2, where would you put it? On the knob or on the actual piece? So do we want anything on the piece? And are y'all saying 2 on the knob? Oops. This is 2, isn't it? I'm going to have to secure that knob better, but for now I'm going to use hot glue. Okay, guys, I'm just going for it and putting 2 on the knob. I know they're all pretty, and I think they all could go somewhere. Okay, good. I understood y'all were saying knob. Good. Now, do we want any on the front of it? Like to see the knob a bit. When I do a picture of it, I will be sure and arrange this silk so that you can kind of see the knob a little better. It's just hard. 4 or 5 on the bottom corner. 4 on the bottom. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. We're saying this one on the bottom corner. Like this. Is that what y'all mean? Or 5. Somebody said 5, the little one. 4 bottom corner. I'm seeing a lot of 4s. Let's do 4. I like 4 too. We will do the 4. I love this. I think this would easily be great for your Christmas decor. Just change the bow. Just change the bow is all you'd have to do. And you've got Christmas decor. So I really love that it's versatile. Thank you, Cheryl. Well, we didn't get quite up to 100, but I'm going to do another hem giveaway because y'all did try. Okay, good. We like it. So we've got this one. We've got this one on the stem. And I think it's really pretty. I'm going to take a picture so y'all can see it better on a shelf. It will definitely be better to see that way. So we pulled buttons. You know, you can just pull what you have. You'll be amazed at what you can come up with. I pulled this because it would have been cute to have some curlies coming from it, but I honestly don't think it needs it because of all the ribbon. But I'll show you. You can wrap it around something or just kind of wrap it around your fingers and get it the size you want. Thank you, Vicki. Hang beads off. Yes. You guys, for sure, lots of ideas. So this is just paper wrapped wire. You'll find it in the floral section, or this actually was just in the craft section at Hobby Lobby. But, you know, if you wanted to, I just don't think it needs it. I think it kind of, there's a lot going on up here, but you see that you could add it up here. And again, you wouldn't even have to glue it. You just put it kind of as the little curly stem thing. Pip berries, I do have pip berries. Should we look? I just got some fall pip berries. And I think I have orange somewhere, but not handy. But these are, I just got them recently. Let's just, no curlies, yeah. I like that in. Yes, I like that. I like putting scripture on my pieces too. I know that I'm going a long time on here. I need to get off. But it's kind of fun just seeing all the different ideas. Oh, that's kind of cute. So see, I would just wrap it gently and it would just kind of drape. And honestly, I'll fix it better, but you see, that's all you need to just kind of bring in that other element of the berries. What do y'all think of the berries? Bring the pip berries down. Yeah, I'll rearrange those because this one's not long enough. I just grabbed a piece, but y'all like the berries? I think it could be cute. With 2 hinges and a latch. Yes, it would, Cindy. Super cute. Y'all have great ideas. Okay, let me grab my paper so I can write down who I choose. And I'm going to just go through how I do. Scroll, scroll, scroll back, and then grab a comment. I have Susie Keel. So Susie, up in the description of the video, you'll see my page, Art and Grace. Just click on that and go. You'll need to send me your address so I can ship you some hem. Let's do another one. And I have Cynthia King. Cynthia, that's great. You said you wanted some. Didn't you? Was that you? And I have your address, and I have Inga's. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. All right, guys. Thank you so, so much for being here for our sweet Cheryl. You can still send her a card They're still greatly appreciated to brighten her day. Her address is on her main page, so you can just go to her main page and it'll say, I think it says like about or something, and just click on that. If you have trouble finding it, message me and I can get it for you. Or Sheila, you know, Sweetie's Creations, you know, we can help you if you need help. But send those cards. She'll still appreciate them so much. And thank y'all for being here and sprinkling. Appreciate you very much. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.